So, let's dive into it. Apologize for missing yesterday. We were trying to get out of Asheville. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, Simeon. And I don't know if you guys know how big the Biltmore property is, but why they don't have a gas station in there, I don't understand. Because I drove at least 30 miles through that park, and I was following Brian, so that's 100% his fault. Is what it is, right? Is what it is. But hope everybody had a good week. Some things I want to talk about, just a couple things I learned from Delaney this week. It actually just pretty simple concept. We go over it quite a bit, but we have a pretty bulletproof system here. Would y'all say? Like pretty bulletproof? Okay. Throw a five in the chat if you think you know what that if you think you know no, throw an eight in the chat if you think you know what the system actually is here. Here you go, buddy. All right. Play with your yeah, there you go. Play with that. All right, see man, tell me what it is.
It's the great eight, the four keys and the four cornerstones.
I kind of gave it away with the number, didn't I?
A little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Could you tell me what those are?
Yeah. Let's see. The four keys are RAS, resources, activity, schedule, and system.
Hmm.
And the four cornerstones are belief, MACC, continual pursuit of personal growth, and association with the right people.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I want to talk about like the practicality of that. Okay, because and I was going to draw this out today, but maybe we'll do it next week. We need to talk about it more often because there's new people. I mean, if you're guys, if y'all are in your first 30 days, throw a 30 in the chat, if you will. There should be some people or us 46, 47 of us have failed dramatically. There's nobody up here in their first 30 days. I want to be clear, like we have failed. We're not doing something right, okay? Not doing something right. Either not recruiting enough, not investing into recruiting enough, not running enough interviews, or not setting good expectations, not plugging people into the resources. Because we put this call on just to help you guys out, help y'all build your agency, make it a little bit simpler for you, so you don't feel like the weight of the world's on your shoulders when you're hiring somebody that's new. But a lot of a lot of the four cornerstones are how we do things, and a lot of the four keys are what we do. Okay, so it's what we do and then how we do things. Right. So let's start with how we do things. What did you say the first one was there, Simeon?
Resources
Resources. What does that mean?
mean a lot of things, but mainly we talk about leads, people to talk to.
Okay. So you guys, if y'all would take some notes for me, I want you guys to score yourself on this stuff. Okay. Score yourself on this stuff. Right. Um, So resources, do you have people to talk to every week? What kind of feeling do you have? Do you have the feeling of, God, dog, I hope I don't mess this call up, right? Or do you have the feeling of, Jesus, how am I going to call all these people, right? How am I going to call all these people? It's just a different feeling, okay? That's all that it really is. And I'm very curious as to what feeling you guys have. I know which one that, like, do y'all get upset during a no-show? Or are you kind of like grateful because now you can call the 17 different leads that just dropped, right, Tori? Like, pretty sure Tori was excited on Monday when she had a no-show because that meant that she could actually like probably use the restroom. She had 21 appointments, right? What feeling do you want in that? And if you don't have enough resources, I'm sorry, if we don't have enough resources, it's the same thing. Now, and this is a twofold business. There's two sides to this coin. What are the two sides to this coin that we all do? Throw it in the chat. There's two things that we do here to make money. What are they?
You mean writing applications and recruiting?
Sounds good to me. Yeah, we
Yep.
we um we write policies to protect families directly, and then we hire people to do the exact same thing. That's literally all that we do. Okay? One is now money, 48 to 72 hour business, and the other one is forever money. I just I wish y'all could have seen the way that the Delaney's live. Like I wish you could have experienced it up close and personal like I was able to this week. It's insane, Tyler. It's insane. It ain't like they ate, Wagyu every night. It wasn't that. It was just the amount of intention that they had with Rome. It was the conversations that they had. It was absolutely nothing about money. It was nothing about money. I didn't hear I don't even know if I heard, we never even communicated about it. I never heard them talk about it. Nobody was checking their accounts to order food. You know what I mean? Like the everyday life things were all taken care of. They were no longer in the brain. Now it was like, how do we serve more people? How do we grow this thing so we can serve more people? So we can give more people like the Tyler Brewers and the Simeon Keys of the world a shot, right? A shot, the same shot that we have. You know what I mean, JJ? You agree? We got to do something about your mama's hair because it just ends up all around you. Gracious of life. So resources, okay, that's the first one. And guys, this is our system here at Symmetry, Quality Symmetry, the Jack's agency, your agency. I don't give a shit what you call us. That's the system here. Okay, it's bulletproof. It works. Hear me. We might get a little fierce today. It works 100% of the time if you work it 100% of the time. It is. I have never in my life seen people follow all eight for 90 to let's just say 120 days in a row. I've never seen them do it for 120 days in a row and not make more than 10 grand, not make less than 10 grand a month. I've never seen it. Okay? It's never happened in the history. There's always something that we're missing if we're not getting the results that we seek. It's always us. It's never out there. It's never external. You can try that, but that game's not one that's fun to play. It's always us. Okay? And it comes down to these eight things. Okay, these eight things. So I don't need. Um, I would just say this is the program, and I want you to judge yourself on how well you're following it. You don't have to follow it. I'm not here to convince you to follow it. I'm not trying to get a higher percentage of the people on this call to follow it. I'm not. That's not my goal here today. I just want to give you a realization of whether you're following it or not. Okay? Now, if you want to make some chassis adjustments, do your thing. Pop your shit, as they say. Okay, right? But I'm just being as real and as transparent with you guys as I can. So resources. The second now judge yourself in resources as well. Judge yourself on the resources based off of the four cornerstones. Do you believe that the leads are going to work for you? We're going to talk about some real shit today, Simeon. Some real shit today. Do you believe, right, that you can do a business like this? Like Delaney's a high school dropout. He's got his GED. I think he got it twice, right? Edward Pritchett's a chemical engineer or something like that from Yale. That was making 20 grand a year whenever he found this place. It's weird how that happens. Chemical engineer making 25 grand a year. And now he's in insurance. Yeah, you agree with me. You just talking up a storm, aren't you? Are you getting mentorship on what resources to get? It's part of the system. I'd say that's part of the guess follow me on this. So resources activity. Okay. How much activity is enough activity? Eric, what do you think? How much activity is enough activity? Eric Schmidt.
Get to 1,000 dials. However long it takes to get to 1,000 dials.
I'll tell you this, Eric, I can make 1,000 dials before lunch today because I've got some leads that have never answered the phone and will never answer the phone. Will that work?
No, probably not. 100 sits?
Say again.
100 sits? Sit with 100 people? That's a good dial. That's a good goal.
I think we've got to start setting like activity goals, like around hours of work. We got to treat this thing like a 40-hour work week. 40 hours of activity. I'm in this new program, Daniel McClure, that it's the same trainer or coach that Brian Delaney uses. His name's Dr. Corey. It's got an app. It's freaking sick. Um, but if you got something to say, say it. Okay. Lord have mercy. But he doesn't count the time where I'm reading it. Like it's crazy. I'm sitting there reading the workout, sending me like how to do it. I'm watching the video, and the timer, like I got to do 60 minutes a day. The timer doesn't start during that. It's weird. It's like it only starts when I start the movement. And if I take a break, I have to press pause timer. And I have to accumulate 60 minutes of actual work every day. 30 minimum, 60 maximum is what he says. So on your dials, like what are you counting, right? What are you counting? Because 1,000 dials, if nobody's answering, I mean, I could do that in 3 hours easily. I really could. Okay. I used to start my dial sessions with all the leads that I knew wouldn't answer to make myself feel good at the end of the day. I've done it before. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't work very well bank account wise, but I've done it before. Okay. I'm talking like 40 hours of work, and I wouldn't even count training. I wouldn't count training. I wouldn't. Because whenever I'm like practicing the form of like, okay, he said that I got to take the bar from my feet up to like here. All right, let me get a feel for this. I can't start the timer because I don't have any weight on the bar because it doesn't count. Okay, so start counting how long you're actually working. I think you're trying to compete with me at this point. I think that's what you're trying to do. You want some more of this? There you go. Finish it out. Yeah, finish what you started. All right. Activity. That also counts on the production side. I want to ask you guys, all you leaders out there, have y'all ever been frustrated with a new hire, a new recruit that's like getting upset because they didn't get enough leads? Like y'all, like in transparency here, like Sammy, I don't know if you've experienced it. I know that I have, but there's been people that I've hired in the past that I've recruited and partnered with that they just like wouldn't they buy like the minimum amount of leads, and then they would get so pissed off when they couldn't write 5 grand a week. Like they're like, I don't understand. Like I don't think this system works. And then all of a sudden it's weird because the now I'm starting to act like that agent. Like y'all ever had 5 sits and they didn't close? You ever like sat with 5 people a week that didn't close? You ever had 5 sits, no sales in a week? Okay. And been frustrated about it. You ever hired 5 people that didn't do diddly? You ever done that and been frustrated about it? What's the difference? There ain't a difference. We're getting frustrated because we did the same thing that they did. We didn't have enough people to work with. They didn't have enough people to work with on the sales side. We didn't have enough people to work with on the recruiting side. It's always more. That comes back to resources and activity. Okay. Now, schedule. I don't know if system or schedule comes first, but we'll just go schedule first. Schedule just makes that work a whole heck of a lot easier. Okay. Why does it make it easier? I don't know, Tori. I don't know why it makes it easier. I just know that before Tori, followed her schedule to a T, right? I know before she wasn't making 20 grand a month, but now she's following her schedule and she's making 20 grand a month. Now, I'm not saying that anything else didn't change, but we know that that one changed. So why don't we just pick a schedule and follow it and believe that it'll work? Okay? It doesn't matter how we feel. It doesn't matter. Okay? And I'm talking to me as just as much as I'm talking to you guys. It does not matter how we feel. John Luke, you are just on crack today. Okay? Yeah, you've never talked this much this long. I think you're showing out. Proud of you. See, Daddy had stage fright. It's like Daddy had stage fright talking to as many people back in the day, and you're doing it day one. It's crazy. Animal. Follow a schedule, believe it's going to work. Maybe get around the fire a little bit. Okay. And that as well, maybe mentor up on that schedule to make sure, like if you're following your schedule to a T and you're putting all the activity in and you got fresh resources every week and you're believing that it's going to work, like your schedule just might suck. You might be calling people, at like 7 a.m. Like you might have something that's like I make all my dials at lunchtime every day. It's like I've never made a dial at lunchtime ever. Like we know the most profitable hours. Okay. And the last one is system. What script fresh to you every week, Sean? Good question. Fresh to you every week, meaning you're investing in the leads every week. Okay. I don't care if they're fresh, like they filled it out yesterday. That helps. Um, but that's the thing is if you suck on old leads, you're gonna suck on new leads too. We got to build a skill set. Okay. I'm not talking about you in general, Sean, just talking about the principle of it. Okay. You can get a Harvard education or a Lenore Community College education. The education is going to be the same. One's cheap and one will put you in debt for life. Okay. I just choose the LCC one personally because you're going to come out even faster on the LCC one. Um, But system, what script do you guys use for mortgage protection? Okay, for mortgage protection, throw it in the chat. When you're booking appointments, what script do you use? There we go. So reason Gil's a top producer and a key leader. He knows it. It's the damn best script, right? I hired an agent one time, Tyler. This is crazy. That um didn't believe in our lead system for some reason. And so he bought some leads from leads.org or some bullshit online resource. But he used the best script calling them. I was like, the hell is going on? This is crazy. It's like, how's that working? He's like, it's not. I was like, okay, maybe try our leads. I've heard they work pretty well. And seen that they work pretty well actually. And then he bought $300 worth of our leads, some bonus leads. Okay. And then he called his face off, made like 1,000 phone calls, like worked his tail off. But he used a script that he found online. I was like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, turn your brain on. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Okay? Like y'all understand this is an inside job for the company here. It's an inside job. Here's what I mean is that y'all understand that Symmetry, our brokerage, they don't make a dime until you make a dollar. Y'all do get that, right? Like they pay hundreds of dollars every single time we contract with somebody. Y'all know how expensive it is to get contracted with like Mutual of Omaha? It's like $100 per contract. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I'm just gonna let you know some secrets. Shit costs money. So they go in the hole every time we hire an agent. They go in the hole on leads. They only make money when y'all make money, when we make money, when all of us make money. When we protect families, the home office gets paid. Y'all follow me. So why would they give you a script that don't work? Why would they give you shit leads? Y'all think they make money on the lead system? They don't. You can't make money on a lead system when you got $8 leads, $20 leads. Try doing it yourself. I ain't talking about Facebook, okay? I ain't talking about Facebook, Sammy. I'm talking about analog. Okay, we're talking about mortgage protection today. But good luck, you know? Good luck. You be paying $1.25, $1.50 per lead. Come on, man. You guys follow me on this stuff? This ain't rocket science. Like, they got our best interest at heart. Yeah, he's about to take a nap, Tori. Either that or I'm put him in a headlock. I can't tell which one's gonna happen first. But he ain't screaming, so we're gonna take what we can get, And he ain't got to go to a doctor's office with his mama, and I ain't trying to get him sick. Knock on fake wood that this is it's been a pretty healthy baby so far. So follow the system. Okay. The system also says that we produce and build. I'm not sure if you guys have got the same system. Our flagship path is not the producer path. Our flagship path at Symmetry is the ownership path, the agency ownership model. That's our flagship. Flagship means the main one. Okay. Like that's our value add. That's our value proposition. Like it's the agency ownership model. Okay, I've been on vacation this week and made $1,000 on vacation. How does that happen? I didn't write any business. I had some resets. We'll be clear. I got paid for some stuff I did last week. I got paid overrides because I helped other people make money. Okay, not directly half the time. Like, you think I answered any of Tyler's phone calls this week about production? No, because he didn't call me. Right? He didn't have to. Guy knows how to do it. You guys follow me? Like Adam didn't call Tyler about production because Adam knows how to do it now. Okay? Simple stuff. Okay? Simple stuff. I'm gonna let you close, Danny. I'm gonna let you close.
Yeah, let me in here, brother. Let's tag in here real quick.
Oh, this is good.
I just want to get excited. I want to get excited about it because everything Luke's talking about is 100% correct, right? And you got kind of two sides of that, and one side is this manic, crazy person that is called Daniel. Okay, so the biggest piece for me in the last 3 weeks that I've had happen is I listened to Jim Larson 2 different times, actually 3 different times, but 2 different times, and he talked about. I'm going to go walk into my office here. He talked about something that was very tangible, right? So a lot of times we can get into. Sorry, bug. A lot of times we can get into this mode where it's like, look, all we got to do is dial, all we got to do is X amount of leads, all we got to do is this, all we got to do is that, right? But sometimes we kind of leave the call and we go, well, how's that change me today, right? We're all going to jump off this call right now and then go do the same thing we were already doing. So check this out. Yeah, is that right, Tori? Give me a second here. How do I spin the screen? Look, I don't even know how to work Zoom. Okay, so he got this up for me. Here's my actual work. So I used to say I need to do $200 a day, and I wasn't really hitting that number. But then I saw two of the main people that work in this business. They're doing 100 grand a month, and they both said the same thing separately. What's the guy's name? Luke, the guy that is the golden pen guy.
Crane?
Not Crane, but Dylan as well, but the other guy.
Oh, Van Dusen.
Van Dusen got on there. He didn't even want to be on that call, it looked like, on the national call. But he said, I get a whiteboard, same as Jim Larson. I put 25 appointment lines on there and I fill that up. That's my only goal. If by Thursday I haven't filled it up, I buy more leads. If by Saturday I haven't filled it up, I buy more leads and I fill that board up. So what do you got to do? Fill this board up. That's it. It's exciting. It's something that's tangible that you can do. I just wanted to say that because it's not hard, just like Luke's saying, but it's exciting. Like, just go get a board. If you got a board, if you have a whiteboard right now and you already are writing down your appointments on there, put a 1 in the chat. There we go. Well, Fong, I've been seeing you run too. Adam too. Look at Brandon Hunt. Look at. Okay, you see that? You see that right there? Look at 1. We got 3 1s. We're all wondering in here, like, what's going on? Maybe we're having a hard time. Listen, Jim Larson is dead on. The guy's written a book about this business. So go get that, make that happen. Let's come back here next Friday, talk about, I got my whiteboard, I got the numbers up on there, and let's see how many we get next week, and then let's see how many we get the week after that. Be excited about this business. I know this week's been kind of crazy on this call. We're gonna get that changed up. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're about to get that changed up because Sales Daddy's here. I just want to say that. And soon people can't tell me what I can and can't do in this business. All right. So let's rock and roll. I know, Luke, if you got anything more, you obviously keep running, but just go crush this business this week. Today is the start of the week. Friday's the start of the week. Number 1 day dial. Oh, one other thing, guys. I learned this too. Man, my schedule, I can't be doing this crazy schedule that I'm doing every single week. You guys want to see my schedule real quick this week? Let me see this. Let me show you this. How do I share my screen here? Can I not share my screen? Oh, start share. Oh, only the host can share.
Try it again.
Oh, here we go. Share screen. Start broadcast. Watch this. Check this out real quick. So this was my schedule this week. Damn, look at that. Look at that Tuesday, man. I'm beat up. That's the day we signed that big oh no, that's the first day. That was when I signed the $8,000 DFL. Look at this Monday right here. I guarantee you Adam Disney's schedule looks something similar like this, right? That's a big week. Look at all these DFLs today. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? But guess what? I can't be doing that. I'm going to stop the share. I can't be doing that crazy like that. I can't have 150 people in agency, like trying to do interviews and trying to run other people's resets and trying to make my own dials. Look, I only got seven appointments on the schedule. Let me make sure I'm back with you guys. I only got 7 appointments on my schedule because I had all that and I didn't have dial time. You guys aren't going to want to know this, but I have 370 uncalled Bs, never called before. I have over 100 uncalled A's. I have 45 uncalled MIAs. Yeah, he's sending me his email right now. He'll get him call. I know you will too, Tyler. Out of everybody I've seen in this business, that boy gets on the phone. You want to know why Luke can go off for a weekend and make $1,000? Because that boy right there. And I already know. I see all day, every day. So, but I got to change that schedule up. I got to make one tweak. And this came from Aaron. He showed us the other day, and I really was able to pay attention. And he said, look, back in the day, we didn't have the ability to go, we had to drive to people's homes. So we didn't have the ability to do a bunch of deals every single day and try and recruit. So we had to do the recruiting on specific days and not drive. Right. So if that was the case, they were doing like Wednesday and Thursday where they were just doing recruiting calls, interviews, and then all the other days they were planning for, running appointments or doing dials. Right. So that's what my next week's schedule is going to be. I've already created it in Calendly. I'm going to block off Wednesdays and Thursdays just for interviews so that I can just pack that out and focus on interviews those days. And then I can do the rest of my work and get my appointments scheduled and get those calls done and fill up this whiteboard and make 100 grand. You will see my agency doing over 100 grand a month. I guarantee it. And I'm underneath Tori. So when I'm doing 100 grand, that means she's going to be at 200 grand. If you guys think that's crazy, this has been 4 months. I'm 4 months into this business. When I got here, Aaron was doing $45,000 a month in his whole entire agency. Last week, we just posted $225,000 in a month. I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy. Tori Shaver's agency is about to do 200 plus thousand in a month, and my agency is going to do 100,000. It can snap like that, but you also got to get on this call and you got to have some energy. You got to be excited for what's in front of you, from the bottom guy down to up to the leaders. Every single person on here has a responsibility. I'm telling you. Get out there. That's right, Clara. Let's rock it. And I know there's times when I've wanted to cry. I'm telling you, there's times already in the last 4 months, man, there was nothing like hitting $15,000 in a week, running A leads. And then the next week I couldn't do it because I decided, you know what, I'm going to start doing interviews. And then I was like, damn, I'm over on interviews. I'm not dialing any of my leads. It's a struggle. It's a juggle. And you can get caught up in it, but you don't. Anytime you're going to start crying, you get mad at yourself. What's his name last night? I forget his name now. He did a training. It's called SWAT. I think some of you guys know him. That guy reminds me identically of me, just 10 years older. He talked about you have to take responsibility. Everybody on this call, take responsibility. It was my fault. It was my fault. I need to get more leads. I need to get more appointments. I need to fix my schedule. It was my fault. The more you tell yourself that, the more you're going to fix those problems, and you're not going to cry about it and go, well, great. This is happening. No, none of that. Get excited. We're about to make 100 grand in a month. Get excited. Each one of you can make 100 grand in 1 month without any team. You can do it on your own dials. That's what Van Duce is doing. That's what Dylan Crane's doing. You can do it too. Okay, watch. Just keep watching. Keep watching. All right, I'm out.